Our guest is Maria Lezniak, and Maria is an amazing practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and energetic medicine. Maria had founded North Shore Healing Center and has been practicing here since that. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you.
I just want to talk a little bit about your background, because I know that you didn't come into this work from the medical background. You actually had a very corporate, very strong business background. So could you tell us about what you've been doing and how you actually got into healing work?
Well, my background really has been in more of the engineering. I was a systems architect for over 20 years, where I designed major processes for corporations around the world. But at the age of 19, when I met one of my first master teachers of Taoism, I started meditating, and what seemed to be like a hobby or something that I did in my spare time has now become my passion and my devotion in terms of how I live my life and of being of service to this planet and to the people.
So your official title is Practitioner of Traditional Chinese Medicine. So we know there is tradition of many thousands of years, and we know it comes from Orient, and we know it's a medicine. So how do you connect that traditional approach with the medicine today? Because the medicine world is there, and we have a huge network of doctors that are practicing the same, they're working with the same issues, helping people release the same problems. How are you connected? Where do you see a possibility for opening another door, another window of opportunity for yourself and for your clients?
I think that our medicines were not meant to stand alone. I do believe that the allopathic medicine is absolutely necessary in our lives. I mean, if I broke my leg today, I definitely would go see an allopathic doctor, have my leg x-rayed, I'd go have my leg set, and then I'd come and see some of my energetic friends to help my healing progress a little bit faster. So I see the future as both medicines working side by side. I strongly believe that we need to pull together and work together as a team, so that, because the ultimate goal is our patient's health, and there shouldn't be any competition. There is no competition when we're working with a person's health. We should join forces together so that we can empower people to start feeling stronger and better, whether it's with allopathic medicine and then the energetic holistic medicine, to help the person heal as fast and recover and regain a balanced lifestyle as soon as possible.
So how do you actually work with patients that are also seeing a doctor, and how do you work with doctors that are seeing the same patients that you see? Is there any special approach that you take?
Well, I do communicate with the patients' doctors. My fertility patients, for example, I know exactly what kind of schedule they're on. I know when they're getting different medications. I know when they're scheduled for different processes, and we work in our treatments to work together and enhance the medicines that they're getting from their allopathic doctor, and then I supply the energetic medicine to help accelerate the work that the allopathic doctors are doing. And so far we've been very successful.
What is your dream? What do you want to happen for you this year, let's say?
I would love to see both medicines come together. I would really, in a more synergistic way, and I would love to see us working side by side, because really, truly, we're both of service, and to see our patients recover faster and regain their zest for life quicker is the ultimate goal.
It's such a gift to be standing here next to you and listening to what you're saying. And when you have that person holding the space for you, that's where all of it happens. And whatever modality is used, it's just whatever you resonate with. And you happen to have so many modalities that you're very skillful, but that light of who you are is actually, I think, is the attraction point.
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you, you know, I've journeyed with many people through some of their most difficult times in their life, and I've held their hands at times when they didn't think they could pull through. And yet, you know, it just, when I was talking to a patient earlier this week who had been through an extremely difficult cancer and some extremely difficult processes that were done on their body, and in extremely tough times, you know, and yet after this whole process and after a year of recovery and healing, they turned around, they said to me, it was the best thing that happened to me in life, because it opened doors for me that I would have never opened had I not suffered this disease. And they said, and it's taken me to a level, whole new level that I would have never experienced, and a connection with the divine. That, and they say they're the most grateful for it. And you know, when you, after working with someone for a year and you see their transformation happen in front of you, you know, there is no other feeling besides that. That is pure love. That is pure love.
And that's exactly what is so important about bridging the allopathic medicine and so-called alternative medicine. There is no alternative. It's all medicine. It's the pure love that is a medicine, and helping person not only treat the symptoms of what's going on or cut the symptom, also help them to open the door into the lesson, into the message of what that symptom is talking to them about. That's where that whole transformation happens, and that's what your work is so important, and that center that we're in is so great for actually holding the space for people to learn their lesson, because without that particular piece of work, you can cut next year and 3 years from now, and nothing will change.
Right. Lana, you're so right. I mean, without the allopathic doctors, some of these people couldn't have gotten their bodies back into a state of health, in the sense that cancer stopped reproducing, you know. But there's so many aspects of healing, you know, because an illness like that, you know, pulls your emotions, pulls your heart, pulls your mind, pulls you physically. And although the allopathic is doing the best they can to stop the progression of the disease, the recovery process encompasses not just the physical, it's the emotional, it's the psychological, it's the spiritual. And that's where both of those need to come together, so that the person can feel whole again and feel that they have regained their balance, not only physically but emotionally and spiritually, and they can move forward on their journey in life and feel good about themselves.
So I just would like to thank you for the amazing work that you do on the planet, and for holding the space for everybody, for people who are dying and people who are being born, just to have their place, their lesson, and their hand, in your hand. Thank you.
Thank you.